Now, as you know, Sophie, I'm a Republican and not much in for this royal malarkey, but I hate that sort of Australia bashing. And what I loved about that clip when Craig Foster is talking is the bloke who was once the lefty hero, the musician Nick Cave, was in his suit, getting into his pew there at Westminster Abbey, happy to be there for the coronation.
Well, Chris, they may as well just have turned off that footage from London because they made virtually no reference to it all during this hour. Now, I won't deny I'm a monarchist, but when you are covering these events, you need to be objective, Chris, and the ABC was anything but that. And I am sure there'll be a lot of questions to be answered at Senate estimates next week. David Anderson will be grilled on this.
Yeah, well, you've got to be respectful too. And most importantly, you just can't go around bashing the country day in, day out unless there's decent reasons, decent criticism, sensible criticism in the right context. Look, at the top of the program, Sophie, I showed some stuff I stumbled across last week, sitting around at home watching some, in isolation somewhere else actually, watching some ABC. Here's this Auntie Donna's Coffee Cafe, latest comedy. Have you seen any of this, Sophie? You got any idea how bad this stuff is, burning up our tax dollars?
Chris, I did see you talking about this earlier in your program, and it sounds like you had a pretty awful week there trapped watching the ABC, which I must say I do a lot of.
I wanted to see Paul Murray live, and I wanted to see AFL 360, you know, and I'm stuck there watching the weekly, and Auntie Donna's Coffee Cafe or whatever that is seems a bit tautologist to me, but it's just a shocker. They're in all sorts of strife, aren't they?
But Chris, the thing that is serious here, this is our money that's been wasted on this absolute tripe that they're pushing out. It's disgraceful. There's far better way to spend that $1 billion and $6 billion, might I add, over the next 5 years that they'll get than pushing out this rubbish.
They are shockers, Sophie, and thank you so much for keeping right on their tail. We'll catch you next week.